give Louisville credit. I thought they did a really nice job in the second half. Did some of the things in the first half that we tried to take away, especially second shots. They got some really big second shots, 50-50 opportunities, got them going. Our perimeter shooting in the second half really put a lot of pressure on us in a lot of areas, just not being able to stretch the game or make some open ones. And when it comes down to the last 6 minutes, 4 minutes, just had some really tough turnovers, which kind of broke the game open. But give them credit. They're really long, got a big team. Changing defenses can confuse you. I thought for the most part we handled things pretty well. But when you go for 12 in the second half from 3, that's tough to overcome. You have to be able to make open shots. The ones you get that are open, and you're not going to get many against Louisville. The ones you do get, if you're going to beat them in here, you have to have some guys step up and make some shots. So all in all, we prepared. I thought we were prepared to play. Knew it was going to be a tough game, and disappointed that we weren't able to get it done.
Coach, you talked about their length coming into the game, but today your inside guys went 12 for 19. It was the guards who combined 4 of 21, specifically Rob Johnson, who didn't hit a shot and had 0 assists.
Well, I think our front court guys continue to be a good presence for us. They didn't play much, if maybe, I don't know how much they played in the first half, so they got a lot of work, 15 minutes total in the first half. So we didn't have them in the first half, so to be able to have a lead at halftime was good. And I thought in the second half they continued to give us a good presence. Our perimeter guys at the rim was definitely going to be difficult tonight. We tried to focus those guys in on being able to penetrate, whether to hit it down low or obviously to drive to pass because of their shot blocking ability. And we just didn't get many avenues, to be honest with you. So it'll come around. I mean, you got guys that goes in ups and downs. We're not even in January, February yet. Sometimes guys takes a while to get out of a rut or get something going, and that's not to speak that next week won't be some guys that you just got to stay with it, have to be an everyday guy, and whether it's good or bad, the frustrating part about it is you can't get down on yourself, you can't get down on your teammates. You have to be able to bring it right back this week, find a way. We know we got Notre Dame next Saturday, and they're obviously very good as well, so we have to keep improving.
Alex?
You mentioned the 0 of 12 on the three-pointers in the second half. Were you pleased with the looks, or was it,
I mean, off the top of my head, as I can think about it, I'm sure that of the 12, most of them were pretty good looks. Some of them obviously looked really good. And then once you watch the film, you'll go back and say it was probably a tougher shot. But we had some decent looks, just didn't go down, especially early in the second half. I thought we had 3 or 4 really good ones that didn't go in. And we got to get that going. We've been an inconsistent shooting team from the perimeter. That has to pick up in terms of our percentages if we're going to have a chance to play against the competition that we have. We can't just throw the ball inside every single time down and expect to get 2 points. We have to have some inside out, and there's got to be some pressure off of our defense as well to stretch the game when you have leads. If you miss open shots, it's tough to overcome over the course of the game.
Archie, how much does Spalding affect the game that goes into late? You had a couple drives where
he's a good player. He's a really good player. 5 block shots, 6 offensive rebounds, double-double. Really impressive guy. He's obviously getting better and better as the years have gone by, and he's one of Louisville's go-to guys, I think, in terms of what you can tell he understands the moments of the game, whether it be the offensive rebound and effort, the shot blocking ability to finish plays when guys look like they have an avenue. He also stretched and made threes. Out of their 9 threes, I think 5 of them were made. At least 4 of them were made by their front court players, in the pop, so they shot the ball pretty well today too from the front court.
Archie, you talk about has a really good stat line in this game. He kind of battled some foul trouble. When he is out battling foul trouble, how does that affect what you guys do?
Well, he's our most consistent player right now, and he's pretty much stuffing the stat sheet regularly here over the last month. 17 and 9 tonight in 23 minutes against this size, I thought was really impressive. And he gives you what you got. Defensively, he's one of our most consistent guys as well. We need him out there. When he's not out there, we need other guys to step up. And I thought, for the most part today, I think 9 minutes in the first half for Freddie were pretty good earned minutes as well. I thought Zach continues to give us really good minutes. And Colin, although, 18 minutes today probably doesn't show up in the stat sheet, he's still very important. The length and the ability to get the good looks, just wasn't there. And that's why you needed Juwan in the game, because he was creating stuff around the rim for us.
You talked about it a little bit, but just do you feel like guys are responding when those perimeter shots aren't going down the way you need them?
I thought we were fine. I mean, there wasn't any, clearly you're frustrated over the course of the game, but it wasn't like we quit playing. I mean, obviously, the game went in a way we didn't want to, but we were right there for 37 minutes until the very end. Obviously, a couple turnovers led to some breakouts, but it was anyone's game there for, pretty much the whole time. We needed to get stops. We needed to find a way to make a couple open ones. We didn't, and that's just the way it bounces.
Rob, no points in 35 minutes. When he's been good this year, he's been driving to the basket. Didn't really get that today either.
There weren't very many seams for our guards to drive. When they did drive, they was either challenged at the basket. We shot a layup and fell down, because they didn't get the call, or we made a good pass or a good decision on the pass. Once you get in there against these guys as a perimeter guy, you got to be really good. You got to have a mid-range game. You got to be able to play above the rim. You have to be able to have contact, and our guards aren't able to do that. But I just didn't feel Rob had very many seams tonight. And against their switching in their zones, he didn't get very many clean looks, which I'm sure they keyed on him a little bit. But it's not. You're not going to see him play 35 minutes. Down the other end, he's as solid of a guy as we have. We count on him every day to be the leader, and he's going to finish this season very, very strong because of his attitude. And one bad game doesn't define his season.
Early on in the season, with some of those perimeter shots, you were concerned about maybe his bad shot selection. Do you feel like you guys have improved in knowing what's a good shot?
Yeah, we've improved in our shot selection. I think for the most part, when we're playing pretty well, we're taking good shots. The 15 turnovers was a little bit disappointing, mostly because there was probably 3 or 4 of them within the last 4 minutes of the game. Just a couple just didn't go our way. And I thought for the most part we played a pretty clean game. It's not always going to be clean when you play them. There's going to be possessions that don't look right or look funny because all their switching and all their size and whatnot. But for the most part, we were right there. End of the day, man, it's basketball. It's basketball. When you're open, it goes in. You're a better team. You're a better player. First half, you look a little better. In the second half, the difference is we made some shots. Second half, we didn't knock them in, knock in the open ones. And I thought they did a nice job, especially in the second half on the glass. They really started to offensive rebound in the second half.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yep.